There's only 20 days left. 20 days of what, you might ask? 20 days left of my favorite thing in the world. Any ideas on what it is? No? There's only 20 days left of summer. Well, you may think, oh, good, yeah, that's fall. That's great. Aww. You poor little thing. Aww. Baby guinea. Its parents must have just kept walking and it must have just stopped walking, I guess. Well, don't worry, because we're gonna give Molly her breakfast and then this little one's gonna go to the building. Alright, let's take this little one to the building. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. I do not like fall. Why don't I like fall? Well, I will say it is very pretty, and you know, after all those 90-degree hot days, you know, some nice, cool, crisp days feel nice. But maybe I'm crazy, but that's just one season closer to the worst season of all, and that's winter. Winter is one of the worst, not one of, no, it is the worst season ever. The problem is everything's cold. The waters are frozen, the animals are cold. It's no fun. Here you go, little one. I will say with winter, it is nice, you know, you got that snow and everything, but it's a lot harder to do the chores. And when I say that, I mean it's colder and most of the animals are lazy and you can lose more just because it's so cold out. And our mangas are very cold hardy, but chickens, you know, some breeds just aren't. Here, let's fill this up, little guys. Here you go. Try some. There you go. Go get him some water. Here you go. Did you get some? I'm pretty sure the sound it's making is probably trying to call its parents, but unfortunately, it's gonna just have to live in here now. But that's not always the worst thing, because I'm pretty sure we did lose some guineas overnight to probably raccoon or something, which is unfortunate, but that means that there's a much higher chance of survival for that one than all the ones outside. But the ones that are raised with their parents will maybe become more hardy to the weather, and they have less of chance of just starving because they don't know what food is, because their parents show them what that is, and they learn how to live. These guys, you know, I'm kind of their parent. I have to teach them how to live and how to act like a guinea. But, so there's downsides to both. I find it better to raise my own because sometimes the parents can be brutal and just leave their kids like this one. But that guy is all safe now. I will say about winter though, about this channel, I made my first vlog in January. It was released in January also. But the big thing about that one was, it was kind of just talking about the farm, mainly. I brought Tinkerbell the hose after I was done with filling that chicken water up, just so she could get some water. And she's done already. We can turn this one off and then this one on. So there was, in that video, it was more of a tour. I had already fed the animals and everything. That one was planned a lot more. That one, I had planned that and what I wanted to record about, so it wasn't just left up to choice. Most of these vlogs have a title when I'm going to talk about, but you know, sometimes there isn't one and it just happens. Something happens to talk about or something of that sort. So it is going to be a little different this winter. We're going to have the exact opposite of problems. Instead of having problems where my GoPro overheats every 15 minutes, it's going to freeze. It's going to be a lot harder. There's going to be a lot more carrying water. And these are reasons why I don't like the winter time. Because, you know, winter, there's snow, these piglets, we won't have piglets. So there's a lot less life on the farm. That's another thing I don't like, is everything just feels more dead. Because all we have is usually the growers go off to slaughter, off to the freezer in about January. And around that time, same with the cows. So all we really have are the few chickens. The Cornish crosses are gone too. So all we have are the few layer chickens, which may I remind you, chickens don't lay in the wintertime. They lay in the summertime. So there's no eggs. Lots of missing chickies. They're all in here this morning. It's weird. I fell asleep earlier last night than I usually do. And I didn't put my chickens in. I forgot to shut the door last night. So everybody is super confused because they got to wake up. All these birds are used to me letting them out. You can go out. Alright, no eggs yet this morning, but nobody's gotten their breakfast. They're just eating breakfast now. Go eat your breakfast. There's breakfast. Another thing is there's no baby guineas in the wintertime. There's no baby chicks in the wintertime. It's all just the layer hens, Molly, our boar. So there's a lot less chores, so there's a lot less content per se. But we're gonna have more this year than we have before. Oh, here you go. Oh my goodness, we lost that many last night. Aw. There's only 2. And we picked up, so they had 3. It's really unfortunate, and it is just the way of the farm, but it does really stink. I mean, there's this here. I could have sworn I heard something last night. So she sleeps here at night, right here. So I'm guessing what happened, raccoon or something came up, grabbed her, and basically just started grabbing babies. Because the male probably came, and it was this whole thing where this raccoon just started grabbing babies and running. And looks like only 3 survived. Fortunately, yes. That is how it goes sometimes. We have had more unfortunate times where we've had just as many and only 4 have survived. But we have about 10 in the building, and she's got 2. There's something around here. We have a raccoon or something. So I think we're gonna set some traps out today or tomorrow, probably. I don't know how you guys stay alive. It's crazy. All right. Well, they need water, and Molly needs water, and the pigs up on the hill need water. So let's do this. Let's move these guys, and then we'll go up, we'll get them feed, and then we'll feed those guys back there, bring the hose down, and then we can fill their water and water Molly. Yep, they're out of water. Alrighty, that's those guys moved. So we'll take this water over. And then the little button for the water is over here. You know, while we're over here, let's go take a look at the creek. I posted a short about the creek, about how much the cows have eaten, and it got a lot of good feedback. So if you guys want, I can do another one. We'll say no cows got out yesterday when we got back from the orthodontist. They were all in, or both were in, and they were actually over here in the field. We opened up, so it was this big. It was this big yesterday, but then yesterday we opened this up for them. So this is how much they ate yesterday, and then overnight. They don't eat a lot overnight, just a little bit. So if we go down in here, I mean, they eat a lot of this stuff first. So I'll bet they'll eat all this today. This just looks like stuff from in the field, or like something that, I don't know what it is. It seems it grows in the creeks though. And then this will probably open up. I'll either open this up later today or in the morning, tomorrow morning. So I think this far we've talked about why I don't like the fall and what I don't like about winter time. But I think now we need to talk about maybe more of the plan for the winter time. The plan for this winter is pretty simple. I don't know if we're gonna put up the greenhouse this winter. We kind of ran out of time. We've been working on a lot of other stuff. The chicken coop was the biggest project of this year. But I think we're gonna work on a couple smaller things, but mainly that was the biggest things. But I think we figured out what we're gonna do for the cows. And as for the pigs, they'll just stay up here in the woods. And then probably Molly will bring up into the woods here when these bigger ones go, and it's just, you know, these 4 smaller ones. Okay. And as for the chickens, I'm not sure what we're gonna do about the floor yet in there with the slats, with it being so cold at night. So we're just gonna have to see. But worst comes to worst, I think we're gonna get some, what's it called? Like, why am I blanking here? Like the stuff they put on the greenhouses, the greenhouse, like the plastic, and we'll put it on the bottom just to keep the heat in, and just whenever it needs change, we'll just pull it out and cut new pieces and put it in there. So we won't have to worry about that. Most likely we won't move them around. If any of you watch Justin Rhodes', you'll see he puts his in a greenhouse in the wintertime, just like an area for them. And he puts his pigs in there too, but he used to just do a chicken coop there, and he would set it in one specific place through the winter time. And basically what that would do is it would till and fertilize that ground, which they could use for a garden that spring. But then that would also it would spread compost. So they had a compost pile in there, and the chickens would turn it. So most likely we'll have, like, I'm gonna open up a good bit of space for the cows for the winter. So we'll open up from that side, probably over to up to here. And then they'd have all this, and we would drop like multiple hay bales in here. But not for sure yet. We may put them in here for the winter, you know, clean this out, and we'll be able to drop hay bales and basically just be able to do this spring what we did this year. Just clean it out and we'll spread it on the fields. Totally forgot about feed for the chicks, the Cornish crosses. And we also need to turn this hose off. But I feel like this is kind of the end for today's vlog. It seems like it'll be shorter, but I could be wrong. I hope you enjoyed today's vlog, and make sure you leave a like and subscribe so that you guys don't miss a future one. I hate when people say that, but I try and put it at the end of my videos more than at the beginning. But I'm gonna do another live Q&A here soon. Probably not the first of the month, but sometime in the beginning of September. I gained a lot of new subscribers from the interview I did with Mark Baker from Baker's Green Acres. So thank you to everybody that's new from that. And I gained some subscribers. I don't know if they're exactly from this, but at least this is what the data on my channel told me, is I have a couple from my latest shorts. I gained a couple subscribers from those. But I want to do another Q&As because some people are newer, and we'll talk more about the situation for the cows for the winter and all the animals. And we do have some exciting stuff to talk about here soon. Not too many exciting new animals for the farm, but I do have some exciting stuff coming up. Enjoyed today's vlog, and I'll see you in the next one. Probably going to be talking about the giveaway, so stay tuned for that. See you guys next time. Bye.